Good morning. It is truly great to see each and every one of you here today. Looking around the room, I can see a vast group of people that is different in his or her own way. Together, you make up a diverse work environment, which helps to enrich the lives of not only yourself, but those around you. My name is Carrie, and these are my fellow team members, Karen, James, and Chevelle. Today, we would like to present to you a short seminar that touches on the challenges of diversity in the workplace and how to work around them. Recently, there has been a spike with such challenges as companies find themselves employing a range of generations. Today, employees of the baby boomer generation, Generation X, and Generation Y work under the same roof and find it difficult to integrate with one another. Studies show that the baby boomers tend to be a very hard-working generation. They tend to question everything and do not trust those that are younger than themselves. Members of the Generation X embrace technology. They are very self-sufficient and they tend to focus on the end in mind. Lastly, members of Generation Y seem extremely laid back. They are dependent on technology and tend to seek jobs that pay top dollar when starting out. Clearly, the three generations working under one roof can be a little bit difficult and force diversity challenges to arise. Among those challenges, companies struggle to collaborate communication. They face resistance to change, have difficulties implementing workplace policies, and have a hard time managing diversity itself. The first topic that I'd like to talk to you about today is communication. Communication within the workplace is irreplaceable. It is the basis for productivity and a stepping stone for building relationships and promote success within the business. Workplace diversity can pose as a challenge for proper communication to occur. In order for communication in a workplace that employs a multi-generational employees, the business must understand how each group of employees relates to different forms of communication. Consider, for example, an employee named John. John is a member of the baby boom generation. He relies heavily on a face-to-face interaction when it comes to attending a business meeting each week. Employee Sally, on the other hand, is a member of Generation Y. She yearns for the use of technology when it comes to communicating. Instead of a company choosing to meet the needs of one employee while totally ignoring the needs of another, they could simply integrate the different options to the employees to meet the diverse workforce. This means that while an employee meeting is scheduled to be held in a suite by 10 a.m., employees can opt out to participate in the meeting via Skype if they so choose. Learning to handle these chains of communication in a diverse environment requires the company to accept the differences among the different generations and support flexibility. A company that communicates well will be less resistant to change, which is another issue that arises from a generation gap among employees. So, why is it that we can't all just get along? This question may be a bit more complex than what it seems. Just as the communication poses as a barrier in a diversified workplace, so does the ability for multi-generations to conform to change. Building a diversified work environment is being heavily pushed by organizations worldwide, it changes the atmosphere of the environment of work itself. Changes typically exert stress on the employees and build a wall. This barrier is known as resistance. It is common that businesses in today's economy are seeking new ideas and innovative ways to change their existing companies. However, when it's all said and done, an article entitled Barriers to Organizational Diversity explains that resistance forces minorities to bear the burden of changing to fit existing culture. Thereby, it limits the initial value of having a new perspective in the first place. Now, it is a normal instinct to resist change. I mean, why would anyone want to move out of their comfort zone? The most important reason why is to develop yourself and those around you. Ways in which companies can help cure the resistance to change are to communicate effectively, as we already discussed, involve employees in participating events, offer educational resources, and choose the right timing to implement the change. Aside from those, another effective way to reduce resistance to a diversified workplace is to create and implement workplace policies. Chevelle, you can take it over from here. Thank you.